I don't know why they don't make these sticky things on the 120 film flavored, like mint or strawberry or something. I'm traveling around again with my Hasselblad to a bunch of small towns right across the prairies in Alberta, BC, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and I have been doing a bunch of work this summer when I can get out and when I can do some photography. And it's been really good. I've gotten some really interesting photographs. I'm gonna take you guys through that today, kind of the work that I've been doing. I haven't filmed a lot of it because I've been on different assignments and kind of stopping just a little bit here and there when I can stop and take a few photographs. So we're gonna go to my studio and we're gonna take a look at what I've been shooting this summer. One of the reasons I like using this Hasselblad system so much for doing this is for this series of photographs, I really like this square format. I like this square look. And for some reason on the prairies and in this small town, the square really works for me. I love using the Hasselblad system in a large part because halfway through a roll, if I'm using T-Max 400 here, I can pop off the back and then I can put a back on that has Ilford FP4 Plus, which is the two films that I'm using on this project. So that's a big advantage. Of course, this is a fully manual camera. You don't need batteries. You don't have to worry about the batteries going out. Of course, you need a light meter to help you meter for light. And these Carl Zeiss lenses are fantastic. All of my lenses are old. This lens is probably 40 years old and everything that I have is 30 and 40 years old and they still work perfectly. They're super sharp, they have great contrast. I love the look that I get from my Hasselblad. The two lenses that I'm using most are my 80mm and this 50mm, but I love using this Hasselblad camera system. I have two viewfinders for my Hasselblad system. I have this waist level viewfinder that I like, that the camera, you can get the camera down a little lower and the magnification works really well, so you could really do critical focus. I also have a 45-degree viewfinder that I use also, and both viewfinders work really well on this camera system. It's amazing, I looked on eBay the other day, I was looking for a piece of kit and I didn't realize how much these camera systems have gone up. I bought this brand new way back 20 years ago and these cameras are going for now more than what I paid for this camera, which is stunning to me. It's kind of crazy, but that's kind of the film world that we live on these days. I find it amazing that in the span of 100 or 125 years, the prairies were settled and now they're in a large part, a lot of people have left. The small towns are really small. There's less and less people in them. The farmers, a farmer farms a great area of acres now where it used to be a lot of farmers on every quarter. That's all changed. So the prairies here have changed in the span of 100 years. So I'm kind of exploring of what's left, the buildings that are left, who's left, and the feeling that you get when you travel across the Canadian prairies. Photographing it all in black and white, and I'm going to take you through some of the photographs now. It's really kind of great getting to drive all these back roads and getaway places of Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and just kind of get out. I love getting out of the city, roaming around with my camera and just kind of seeing what I could find. I was driving down the road and I met Tyler Thompson, a cowboy that I know. And Tyler is about as cowboy as they come. And he was kind enough to stop for a really quick portrait here. Here, I take a meter reading off the snow. I often meter right off the snow, and then I overexpose by 2 stops. So if my meter reading is 1/25 at f32, I will open up and I will take the photograph at 1/25 at f16 in the bright snow like that. The film that I'm using for this project is Ilford FP4 Plus and Kodak's T-Max 400. I develop it in constant agitation in a Jobo, and my development times in D76 at 1:1 are 11 minutes for the Ilford film and 10 minutes and 30 seconds for the Kodak T-Max 400. Part of the reason why I shoot on a square format or any format is to kind of have authorship, of the work so that it looks like a body of work that one photographer took. And for me, that's really important. I've often said I'm not really looking for exactly how the place looks. I'm looking and trying to capture how this place feels, how the Canadian prairies feel when I go out for a drive and just look around. I hope you've enjoyed this glimpse of what I've been doing this past summer, making these photographs. I am going to keep on with this project, keep on doing more work. I plan on actually going out next week and doing some more photography, and I will take you along with me as well. Thanks for coming along. See you next time. Cheers. Thank you.